Hello, this is Zinc. Once again, I've got another M.O.A.B gameplay for you, but this one's a little bit different to the other one I posted. And this one, it'll be sort of like tips on how I get my M.O.A.Bs and ways you getting M.O.A.Bs can be a little bit easier. So first of all, obviously, is going to be the class setup. So what I use to get my M.O.A.Bs really is it depends all on the map. So for example, if it's something on hard hat, I would obviously go for a submachine gun or obviously an assault rifle and stay away from like the light machine guns and stuff like that. Secondly, it's all about the attachments which you're using that will affect the class setup. So if you're going to use a silencer, you're going to want to use a staff and stick with things like that. Obviously, whatever coats your boat is what really attachment you're going to want to use. The way I got this M.O.A.B really was sticking to the outskirts of the map. By doing that, you're not getting into all the like gunfights which are going on around the map. You can just sort of like picking them off. That's another important thing you need to be doing. Another thing I think which will make it easier is look at the map and you can see like all your team's cursors. If you see the gaps, that's likely where the enemy's gonna be. Also, you probably want one of these spawn points if you're gonna wanna like get a lot of feeds and make it even a lot quicker to get it. Now in this gameplay, obviously the host migrated, so it'll be in two parts of the thingy. So I'll leave a link to how you can get to the second part of my video. Also, in the link in the below, the person who recorded this for me, his link will be in the description too. So check his channel. There's some good sniping gameplays. But for this video, really, to be honest, I switched. Obviously, I wasn't just using my UMP like I did at the start of the video. I like moved on to the G6 I picked that up just afterwards, towards the end of the video. Yeah, that's the one. Oh yeah. Oh, wrong gun. That was the wrong gameplay. Yeah, the CM901 was in that. Gameplay. In this one, I didn't really like the map to be honest, but I sort of like stuck to the outsides of the map and stuck back a little bit. But what you don't want to be doing is running around too much, because you're just gonna get killed a lot on the game. You're just gonna get killed too many times. But also, I don't think if you want to be getting them out as easy as possible, the best thing I would say to do is use specialists. Now, so if you get specialist, you might be thinking it's a bit easy, but to be honest, it's a lot better than like trying to get an assault one, a support, or anything like that. And the reason being is once you've got all 7, it's like a lot easier to like control the game, and you've got all the game, so you're gonna have an advantage. Now the next thing I think is the most important perk when doing this is probably scavenging. I mean, you either have to start off with it or have it quite early on in your kill streak. In your specialist selection box. That for me has got to be one of the important perks. Another one has got to be hardline pro, because obviously it makes one less kill, and if you get 2 assists, it counts as kills. So really you can be getting the assists and helping the team while getting the kills at the time, just for picking up assists. Another perk which I think is important, got to be marksman. I mean, if you're just aiming down, it makes it a lot easier if you can see them at the site and you shoot your way down. The thing is though, when I was using the CM9, I used it as a bit of a challenge because obviously it's not the greatest gun in the game and the recoil is quite high on the gun. But I enjoyed it and I would recommend it to everyone to try it out and get a M.O.A.B with it, because it actually is quite good. And if you get a M.O.A.B, just relate it to my channel and I'll watch it for you and I'll leave a like on it. Now another thing that I like about this game that I think is you can help your M.O.A.B is probably secondaries. Now, to be honest, my favourite is probably the MP9 with a silencer, because it's sort of like a submachine gun. So that's what I like to use. But obviously, you can use support to get a M.O.A.B. Okay, and to be honest, the last thing that I think is important is probably steady aim. The link now will be to the second part of my video, so just click on it right now for the second part of the M.O.A.B